or at all, which is a huge challenge. So as soon as these guys sat down in front of me this year and played, I'm like, you know what? We should do this. And we pushed ourselves, and we worked really, really hard, and we competed with the best. It was really neat. Things always happen for a reason, and Mrs. Schultz just sent me an email from one of the adjudicators just tonight, like just as I was walking down the hallway, just talking about how amazing these students were, and like with their deportment and their performance and just everything like that. And to me, that's like, that never happens. Like, one of the adjudicators took their time to actually just send a personal email and talk about our students. So I hope that you enjoy these students as much as I enjoy these students and how amazing they are and how hard they've worked. What I'm going to do for you this evening is we're going to replay our entire concert right from the beginning. And we're going to play we had 3 selections, and we're going to perform those for you this evening. And I started it off like this. Most conductors don't talk to the adjudicators in the audience, but I like to do that at these festivals. And I stepped out and I made a little introduction. I go something like that. I said, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Salisbury High School, all the way from Sherwood Park, Alberta, which is just a little bit outside of Edmonton." And I went on a little bit about Sherwood Park. Then I went in to talk about the music. And I said, "This afternoon, I'm going to take you on a journey of absolute chaos, love, the loss of love, and celebration. We're going to feature 3 different pieces that are going to take you to those places, and hopefully you'll feel those emotions and enjoy it like that." Alan Gordon Bell, our first composer, who composed From Chaos to the Birth of a Dancing Star, is a Canadian who wrote this piece of music with music students in 1984 from the Salisbury High School Band. Alan Gordon Bell came in with Rick Benson, who was the conductor at that time, and they did a conducting workshop, a composition workshop, where he had all the students compose music with Alan Gordon Bell, who's a professional composer-arranger. And they wrote From Tranquility to Chaos, or something. I forget what they called it exactly. But Alan Gordon Bell really liked what the students did, so he took all of their ideas and put it into this piece, which is really cool. So in 1984, this piece was born. From Chaos to the Birth of a Dancing Star was created in response to a week that I spent as a composer in the school, working with the students at Salisbury High School on the notion surrounding creativity in music. During the course of our explorations, the students created an evocative piece which they called From Chaos to Tranquility. The piece had many strengths and intriguing musical gestures. As well, the title reminded me of an epigram from the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. In describing the creative process, he wrote that it is only through chaos that there can be the birth of a dancing star. Hence, from Nietzsche and the students comes the title of this piece. The work follows a program of the title from the violence of the opening through the introduction of a short melodic motif and its development as melody with orchestrational variations to its serene conclusion. We hope you enjoy the birth, that's too many titles. From Chaos to the Birth of a Dancing Star by Alan Gordon Bell. So that was our first piece. And then I went on to talk about our next piece. But I'd like to also mention that what's really cool about the Alan Gordon Bell piece is that at festival you have to pick 2 pieces of your own choice, and then you pick one from the syllabus. Now, if the one from the syllabus isn't a Canadian work, then you have to pick another one from the syllabus that is a Canadian work. And this piece not only made the national syllabus, but it, of course, qualified us as a Canadian work. So it was absolutely a wonderful opportunity to be able to perform that. And when I told the adjudicators where the piece had come from, they all were like flipping through, they're like, no kidding, because they've had that piece in front of them for quite some time, but to have the school in front of them actually performing it was pretty cool. This next piece by John Mackey is called This Cruel Moon. I'm going to take you to a sad place. This piece is an adaptation of the middle movement of Wine Dark Sea, Symphony for Band. The full symphony tells the tale of Odysseus and his journey home following his victory in the Trojan War. But Odysseus' journey would take as long as the war itself. Homer called the ocean on which Odysseus sailed a wine dark sea. And for the Greek king, it was as murky and disorienting as its name. He would not find his way across it without first losing himself. This Cruel Moon is the song of the beautiful and immortal nymph Calypso, who finds Odysseus near death, washed up on the shore of the island where she lives all alone. She nurses him back to health and sings as she moves back and forth with a golden shuttle at her loom. Odysseus shares her bed, and 7 years pass. The tapestry she began when she nursed him becomes a record of their love. But one day Odysseus remembers his home. He tells Calypso he wants to leave her, to return to his wife and son. He scoffs at all she has given him. Calypso is heartbroken. And yet, that night, Calypso again paces at her loom. She unravels her tapestry and weaves it into a sail for Odysseus. In the morning, she shows Odysseus a raft, equipped with the sail she has made and stocked with bread and wine, and calls up a gentle and steady wind to carry him home. Shattered, she watches him go. He does not look back. This is This Cruel Moon by John Mackey. That was pretty good. Sorry. We really love that song, and wow, when you play that, it just really gets you. And the story is so sad. But anyways, yeah, so we'll suck it up and get on to the next piece. That's why we ended our whole concert at Nationals with one of our favorite pieces. It's a Leonard Bernstein, and it's written normally for like a grade 6 band. And the symphony that I play in the Edmonton Winds, we played the real version of this, but Robert Longfield wrote such an amazing arrangement of this. It's really hard to tell the difference between the grade 6 version and the grade 4 version. This is still very, very difficult. This is one of our favorite pieces, and this is how we closed our festival in Toronto for Nationals. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Slot, a concert overture. Thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed that concert. We really had a lot of fun playing that in Toronto, and there was only 4 or 5 bands from Alberta that actually made the trek out this year, and it was just amazing. Thank you again to all of you for supporting the students to go. Thank you to all the chaperones who gave up their time. Thank you to the school and school district for allowing us to go. Thank you to the students for putting in so much work to get that done. Just before I go to the jazz band, if you played a solo in that first part, could you please stand up? In any of those 3 pieces, look how many solos have they had. And not only did we get the Silver Award, which was amazing, but we also got an excellence in our clinic as being noted as one of the most outstanding bands that they worked with in the festival. They don't hand that out to everybody. I was surprised. I'd never seen one of those before, and that was amazing. And our very own Lyndon Johnson was named one of the festival's best musicians. So congratulations. For just a couple minutes, we're going to move over to the jazz band, get them tuned up, and we're going to play a little jazz before we go to break. So I'll be right back. Thank you very much. it for Grace on trumpet. And so well on that. I was like, wow, so good. Is that exciting? Anyways, that piece was called Kaleidoscope by Eric Morales. When we first started this band, I had no idea we'd be able to play at this level in our jazz band. Because if you haven't noticed, it was a mass exodus straight across the room. When I first signed up the band, and it always happens this way, I always have like 6 kids sign up for jazz band. And then the kids were like, oh yeah, but Greg's will always get us signed up when we show up to class, and sure enough I did. And then all of a sudden it was like, can I join this year? Can I join this year? Can I join this year? How many of you play just one instrument between bands? Just one instrument. You only play one instrument. Okay, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How many of you play 2 instruments? Okay, now the big one. How many of you play 3 instruments? There we go, 3. Look at that. So we have kids that are single, double, and triple instruments playing at this level. Let's give them a round of applause. That's great. Everybody plays piano, or everybody sings, who plays. No, these kids are playing 3 different individual. No, Ben, that's not what. You play flute and piccolo and piano. But anyways, yeah, just awesome. The next piece is one of my favorite pieces, and this is going to feature Jules on the alto saxophone. This piece is again by Eric Morales. I just love Eric Morales this year. It's just, we got to play so many great pieces by him. I didn't want to put this one away. This is called Blue Sky for a Rainy Day. Again, Jules on the alto saxophone. All right. Now, before I get on to the next piece, I have some jazz awards to hand out because this is going to signify our last piece for this concert. Next week, on the 6th, we're going to be playing a full concert in the drama room here at Sal, taking place on June the 6th at 7 o'clock. So if you want to hear more jazz, you can come and visit us there. And but before we do that, I'm going to go back here and ask Sheena to join me. And we're going to hand out some jazz awards. And if you want pictures of your kid when they win an award, you'll have to come on over here. All right. So, by the way, if you guys don't know who Sheena is our president for the band parent organization. So how about we say good evening to Sheena? All right, for the first award, this is called the Andy Abrates Memorial Award for Outstanding Mentor. This student has been an amazing student in the jazz band, is an accomplished young musician, and plays like nobody's business. I am so proud to be giving the most outstanding mentor to Mackenzie Galbraith. For our next award, we have the Most Improved Jazz Musician of this year, and this musician has definitely earned it. Picking up a new instrument, playing like nobody's business, and absolutely being a joy to teach every single day. The Most Improved Jazz student for this year is Callie Kramer. The most outstanding jazz musician. This is called the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award for the most outstanding performer in our ensemble this season. This person is an absolute legend, probably the GOAT as far as what they do on their instrument in this program. And I'm so proud to be giving it to Judah this year. All right, and on to our last piece for this half. By the way, Judah pulled him out, but this little guy's name is Tank. Tank got introduced to me when Judah was in grade 10, and Judah put him out. I forget what you did, grade 11, and Judah brought him out and said, "Mr. Graves, we put Tank out and use him as our little mascot." And I'm like, okay, sure. So Tank has come with us to every performance we've done since Tank arrived. And Tank is even featured in our video at Nationals. We put a little music stand off to the side and put Tank right there for the whole country to see. So thank you, Tank, and thank you, Judah. Okay, so this piece is another challenging piece, but it's a piece that the students played last year. They're like, Mr. Graves, can we do this as our graduation piece? Because I always let them choose a piece for their ensemble. And they were like, they went through, how many hours did it take? You guys took like weeks? 15 minutes to pick this song. And this piece is by one of my favorite composer arrangers for jazz band, Rob Bono Jr., and this piece is called Flavios at 8. It's a nice little swing chart, and it's going to feature Jules on alto, Jeremy on trumpet, and Ben on piano. We hope you enjoy this. This is Flavios at 8, and as soon as we're done playing this, we're going to take about a 15-minute intermission for the kids to de-gas their lips and get ready for the second half. So we'll have a nice 15 minutes. By the way, we have a 50-50 draw. And okay, it's not as big as the Oilers draw, but we can pretend, and everybody buy lots of tickets. It helps support our band, so thank you. This is Flavios at 8. $50 like you have, and we hope that you got your tickets because we are going to do our 50-50 draw. Please invite Sheena back up to the microphone.
We want to say thank you so much to all our community members, our parents, our families and friends, everybody that's been so instrumental and incredible with donations, with supporting all the fundraising events that have been happening this year. This was an incredible achievement to be able to send the kids this year to nationals, and we could not have done it without you. We just want to quickly give some thanks to some corporate sponsorships that we received this year from Bird Construction, proudly building Canada for over 100 years. Millrun Metal Fabricators, one of the leading all-aluminum service truck body manufacturers in North America. Octo Mechanical, one of the leading millwright and on-site machining service providers in Alberta and Western Canada. Park Paving, thank you to you, locally owned and operated, one of Edmonton's largest road construction contractors. DeFord Contracting, leaders in excavation, subgrade, gravel, concrete and paving industries. To Hunter Radiators, thank you. They provide quality repairs, rebuilds of a wide variety of radiators. And then lastly, but definitely not the least, we want to say thank you to Dr. Mandeep Channa and his office for their generous donations. So, before we take up too much time in this setting, because we want to get back to the music, we do have some business here to conclude, and we have our treasurer here, Nikki. We are just trying to close it, so I think what we'll do is we'll make Nikki even more nervous with a little drum roll, I think, just, you know, technology, it's one of those fabulous things that just at that moment where you need it to work, it's going to give you that little blue screen of death, that little wheel, so, you know, we'll just hang around as if no one's feeling anxious or nervous about anything. You know, it's not going to be an evening of entertainment without a little technical difficulties. Apparently the sound check was not easy going, which we can thank a bad sound check, because that's normally how it goes. If the sound check is not so great, it means the performance is incredible. So I'm sure you can all agree with me that tonight our students have been absolutely phenomenal. If you want to just truly award-winning band in our wonderful school, and apparently we're still having troubles. You know what, I think this is just a sign that you guys should spend more money. So we'll put this on hold for a minute, and hopefully our technical difficulties will end, and we'll try again to make somebody a little wealthier this evening. I'm going to hand it back to our wonderful band and to Mr. Graves. Sorry, everyone was very ready to make someone a happy evening this evening, but we will try to do that a bit later.
All right, thank you. Well, a little anticlimactic, but we'll get you that later. We're just going to do it really quick, and then we'll continue on with our second half. half, I decided that my student teacher had done such an amazing job that we would love to have her come back and conduct our first two pieces of our second half. Rihanna Burgess is a fine young oboe musician. She teaches so many different students the oboe and different instruments, and she came to the University of Alberta and then eventually graced us with her presence. She is an accomplished musician, a fantastic young conductor. Could you please welcome up Miss Burgess? It's on.
Hi everybody, as Mr. Grace mentioned, I'm Ms. Burgess. I was lucky enough to do my student teaching here with these amazing students from February to April of this year. It was such an amazing opportunity to be placed here. The students are really, really hardworking, respectful, and really passionate about their music, as you can see throughout this whole performance. Mr. Grace gave me the opportunity to pick 3 different pieces of music that I wanted to do while I did my work here, and Arabian Dances was one of the pieces that I chose, so I'm really excited that we got to perform it for you guys here at this final concert. I'll let Mr. Graves introduce the next piece.
Let's hear it from Ms. Burgess. Student teachers is you always learn so much. They come from all sorts of different backgrounds. Well, Miss Burgess comes from a very unique background where she spends a lot of time conducting different ensembles and things like that. And it was really cool to have her come to our program and share all of her knowledge and skills with us. And we're just really excited and happy that she's able to be here tonight to do this. The next piece that I'm going to have Miss Burgess do with you is actually the graduation piece. The students in grade 12 get to pick one piece of music out of their 3 years that they absolutely loved and want to do again. And so tonight, they actually picked one of the festival pieces that they did last year that got them that superior. Tonight, they'd like to perform for you again, March Bushu by Satoshi Nakasawa. Thank you very much. do, and I have something to do, so I'm going to start with the awards. Okay, for concert band, we have 4 unique awards. We have the John Philip Sousa Award for the top band student. We have the Bill Irwin Memorial Award for the most improved student. We have the Walker Memorial Award for the most outstanding mentor. And we have the Corporal Zach McCormick Memorial Musicianship Award. This year, I'm going to start with the Walker Memorial Award for the most outstanding mentor. This student came to us and absolutely changed the game when it comes to doing what they do on their instrument. I'm so proud of the student for how they've grown over the last 3 years and for who they've become in our program and in this school. Not only is this student our Walker Memorial Award Most Outstanding Mentor, but it is also our school's valedictorian, Caleb. The next award is the Bill Irwin Memorial Award for the most improved student. This student, without a doubt, has come so far and led us through so many different ups and downs and has always been solid as a performer. I'm so pleased to be giving this award to Brianna Hawala. The next award is the John Philip Sousa Award for the top band student for this year. This student has played in many of our ensembles, has worked outside of the school program at Musical Excellence, and is just one outstanding young musician and individual. I'm so pleased to be giving this award for Most Outstanding Top Band Student, John Philip Sousa Award, to Benjamin Bailey. The last award that I'm going to be presenting this evening is probably what I consider our most prestigious award. This award was created by the family of Corporal Zachary McCormick. It's a memorial musicianship award for we lost Zach in Afghanistan. If you go around the lakes, you'll see a memorial out, and Zach is memorialized with another person that both lost their lives at the same time. This is awarded for their dedication, passion, devotion to the band program. This student is unbelievable, and I'm going to be so sad to see them go. Just like all of my great drums, but this is a pretty big deal. So, without further ado, Lyndon Johnson. always been, I say it's a bit of a chore because it is so hard to pick a student for these awards, and I try to recognize as many grade 12s as I possibly can. But I do want to say this before we move forward or anything. Out of all these awards, I think the biggest award that I can give you is hopefully that you should feel confident in anything that you guys do outside of Salisbury Composite High School. You are amazing, amazing young musicians and people, and I cannot wait to see the places you go and the things that you do. Please keep in touch when you graduate. Know that I always will love you forever and ever and ever, and that you guys have really, really made this whole experience worth it for me. So thank you so much. Congratulations on an amazing performance, grade 12s and grade 11s. Can't wait to get you back next year, same with the grade 10s, and we'll be building it up again. But thank you to everybody for such an amazing concert. And I think there's something else that they want to do, but before I introduce the next piece. But anyways, a big round of applause for the award winners. I have no idea what they're doing, but they told me not to do anything else until this happens before I introduce the next piece.
Well, hello. Hi. So, Judah, Kenzie, and I are going to speak and say some things that we love about Mr. Graves. And I want to speak about a moment that happened 2 weeks ago. I was really stressed out for school and just so many other things. And Mr. Graves let me know that he always has my back. And he's done that every year. And I'm so grateful to have him as my band teacher. So, I'll give you it.
What I'm going to say is, in grade 10, I had no idea how to play trumpet. And you were so patient with me, and you didn't get mad when I played any wrong notes or anything. And you always say you have my back, and you show it too. Especially in Toronto, when I was so stressed about performing and nationals, and you were just like, cousin, I have your back. And you love us, and we love you a lot. And you mean a lot to us. And I don't know that you know how much you mean to us, especially me, because you always have my back, and I know that. So thank you.
I think I speak for a lot of the grade 12s here when I say that the last 3 years being in your band class have been some of the most memorable of our entire high school career. You were always so supportive. You've always had our backs through thick and thin, and I think we just have a couple gifts for you just to express our gratitude. They follow the regular standard gifts every year. So the standards are, we have to give them something red and really weird fruit. Start with the red, And this next one is, you got a switch check, And the next one was retrieved from Superstore on baseline. I've avoided throwing that at somebody's head because I can kill somebody. Yeah. Dennis got his hand on that thing. It says, thank you. You are the best band teacher ever. Love you, Grace, from all of the students in the LCN. So thank you so much.
this one.
You can open the big red package first. And it's red. Don't drop it.
Oh, no, wait, that is so cool.
This is the help of my friend since elementary school, something you all know who she is. And she spent a total of 2 days painting it. Yep, and if you look closely, there's actually some other finer details in there. Yep. I can beat the card later. This one's from all of us. Pictures of
Thank you very much. That's amazing. Oh, and the thing with the trombone that's so sweet, like, okay, the pictures are amazing because we always have sort of a montage of grade 12s doing and stuff. And so that's this one of our big trip to Toronto, so that will go on the wall forever. And then, of course, they all, if you couldn't tell from the back, they all signed our group picture at Niagara Falls. So it's really sweet. So thank you so much. And what's really neat is, I don't know if everybody knows, but if you, I am a trombonist, that's what I do, and they painted it with all the mountains, which is what I've been working really hard at with all the hiking and climbing that I've been doing. And personally, I've been working really hard towards becoming a professional hiking guide, and I'm just a couple weeks away from challenging that monstrous course. So thank you so much, you guys. That means so much to me. Thank you. So, before I tie up the concert, I just want to do a few housekeeping things. If you don't mind, just at the end, if you could help, some of you know how to do the chairs and stuff, if you could please help do that. And as well, if the students could really focus on getting everything back to the band room, and then we can have a big party after that, because if everybody's moving and doing, then many hands light work, and right? So we'll make sure that we do that. Thank you again so much for being here this evening. This concert has meant so much to be able to put on. We've been through so much over the last 3 years, and all the grade 10s, 11s, and 12s, when they say that I've got their back, these kids really have my back. They have always shown up, they've always worked their butts off. They've done everything that I've asked them to do to get where they are today. Like, if you can't even imagine to play a grade 4 concert, to come from never having read a note or played an instrument before, the guts that it takes to be able to do that, the guts that it takes to be able to step up and play a solo or to play one to a part or in an ensemble of this size. It's just unbelievable what these guys do. I would challenge and say that there's very few programs in the school that actually push these kids to do that much all the time. You know, there's no time off in our band. We work from the very beginning of the year all the way till now to be able to do what we're doing for you this evening. And these guys have shown up every day and worked it so hard. So hard. And I'm so proud of them. So the grade 10s, the 11s and 12s, I love you. Thank you for getting my back. And let's have fun with our last piece of music here tonight. This last piece is called Halcyon Hearts, and I chose it on purpose. And it's funny that Lyndon did that little presentation, because Lyndon is the reason that we're playing this tonight. Lyndon was like, Mr. Graves, I've got a couple really great pieces that I've played. Lyndon and a few of the other students have played in a lot of different ensembles throughout the province. Not only do the students serve this program, but they audition and get into different honor bands and different bands throughout our province of Alberta. And they definitely go out and spread their wings and do so many exciting things on top of just being in this program. And Lyndon gave me a list. And he said, listen to this and tell me what you think. And this pick tonight was definitely, it was like a no. I just was like, as soon as I heard it, I had to absolutely get this piece. The piece is called Halcyon Hearts, and it's an overture for love. Now the reason I chose it is because we're going through so many transitions this year and doing so many different things. But in my life, my students know how hard I've been working to become a hiking guide and doing all this, but one of the biggest things is becoming engaged to my fiance, Jolene. And she asked me one day if I would play Grease, if the kids could do Grease for her, and I said, you're not getting Grease until I actually have a ring on, so a ring on a finger. So this is the engagement song. It's called Halcyon Hearts, and I think it's very nice for our situation in getting married in January, but also to the theme that my students have so wonderfully shared with you this evening. It says this: love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Halcyon Hearts is an ode to love and how it affects us all. Halcyon denotes a time where a person is ideally happy or at peace. So in short, Halcyon Hearts is about the moment of peace when one finds their love or passion. And that's exactly what you're hearing tonight from my students, their passion and their love. So without further ado, we're going to perform our last piece, Halcyon Hearts. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you have a fantastic summer. Talk to you later.
want to, on behalf of the Student Parent Band Association, say an incredible thanks to Mr. Graves. Without you, honestly, this wouldn't be happening. We have incredible students who adore you, and we are just so thankful. And I just want to say, it's, for myself, the fact that if you go away on a trip, you get to know a person in a way that you probably would skip a few years even getting to know a person like that. And just seeing Mr. Graves with the kids, even just, you know, him letting us in on some of the experiences in his life, and you just get to respect a person even more, and just you just brim with pride when you think about, wow, what this person has gone through. They share things with you. That they're standing here today and doing this, and so not to embarrass you, but I just want to say you are an incredible human, and we are very, very privileged, and this Silver Award is an incredible achievement for the school and for Mr. Graves in his career, and we want to say thank you and honor you on that. Yes, like I said, an infomercial. That's not all. So, apparently we did need to wait for our carriage to turn into a pumpkin at the stroke of 9 p.m. Our winner today is Tammy Yusufian. Come and join us on the 6th if you are able to. The school will also be showcasing an incredible evening of art from the art students. It will be an incredible exhibit, so